So we live in a world that is just absolutely overflowing with hidden secrets. Everywhere you look, history has left behind these puzzles, right? Just waiting for someone to put the pieces together. But what if I told you there's one puzzle that has completely defied every single attempt to solve it? Seriously, I want you to imagine a secret so profound, so deeply buried, that centuries of the world's most brilliant scientists, the most gifted linguistic experts, and eventually the most advanced supercomputers ever built, have all completely failed to crack it. A book where literally nobody knows the language it's written in. A book where nobody knows who wrote it. And the actual meaning of its pages, it remains a complete and utter blank. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to unravel the edges of history's absolute greatest puzzle, the Voynich Manuscript. Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever heard of a book that literally refuses to be read? Just think about that for a second. We're so used to picking up a piece of text and, well, at the very least, recognizing the alphabet, or maybe understanding the cultural context of whoever wrote it. But what we're looking at today strips all of that away. We don't have an author's name, there's no recognizable alphabet, we don't even have a clear origin story. So I want you to put on your detective hats with me today and become active investigators alongside me. As we look through the evidence, I want you to constantly ask yourself, who could have possibly created this thing? And more importantly, why on earth would they go to such incredible lengths to keep its contents hidden from the rest of the world? Part 1. The book's discovery. Now, every great mystery has a starting point, right? A moment where it steps out of the shadows and into the light of day. For us, the year is 1912. A rare book dealer named Wilfred Voynich is searching through an Italian synagogue, basically hunting for forgotten literary treasures. And there, just sitting amidst the dust and history, he discovers this completely bizarre, baffling handwritten document. He immediately knew he had found something extraordinary, even if he had literally no idea what it actually was. And because he was the guy who brought this incredibly strange document to the attention of the modern world, well, the book was subsequently named after him. From that day in 1912 onward, it became known globally as the Voynich Manuscript. So, the first crucial step is establishing exactly when this physical object was created. When modern scientists finally got their hands on it, they subjected the pages to rigorous carbon dating tests. And the results? They completely shocked the scientific community. The carbon dating placed the creation of the book's physical parchment squarely between the years AD 1404 and 1438. That means the materials for this book were gathered roughly 600 years ago. Just let the sheer age of this secret sink in for a minute. For 6 centuries, this physical object has existed on Earth. It's passed through unknown hands, carrying a message from the Middle Ages that has somehow survived wars, empires, and revolutions, all while keeping its mouth firmly shut. Part 2. Strange Sights Inside. When modern scientists finally opened this 600-year-old mystery box, what they found was, honestly, deeply unsettling. The visual evidence inside is divided into a few absolutely mind-bending categories. First up, we have incredibly detailed botanical drawings, but they're of completely unidentified plants. We are talking about vegetation that absolutely nobody on Earth has ever seen. Species that simply do not exist in modern science. Second, there are these highly complex astronomical star maps and mysterious constellations plotting out the heavens. And third, well, perhaps the strangest of the whole shebang, are elaborate drawings of women bathing in this bizarre liquid that's flowing through a network of strange interconnected tubes. I mean, what in the world are we looking at here? Are we looking at a textbook for medieval alchemy? Are these the instructions for highly guarded secret medicines? Or is this illustrating a type of science that's just completely unknown to our modern understanding? Part 3. Unbreakable Secret Codes. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that, as fascinating as the illustrations are, the text is where the real wall stands. The letters flow left to right, just like you'd expect, but they match absolutely no known human language. Now, skeptics immediately called it a fake. Just random scribbles meant to make a quick buck, right? But scientific analysis tells a totally different story. The text perfectly possesses the complex structural rules of a real functioning language. Things like Zipf's law of word frequency and the natural entropy of human speech. It is definitely not random gibberish. The word structure mimics a genuine language so incredibly well that it utterly frustrates all attempts to dismiss it as a simple hoax. Whoever wrote it was definitely writing something deeply meaningful. And this builds into an epic battle of man versus machine versus history. Tracing its lifespan reveals a timeline of absolute failure. From its creation back between 1404 and 1438 to its modern discovery in 1912, the manuscript has defended itself perfectly. During the World War II era, some of the most famous and brilliant cryptographers on the planet, the exact same geniuses who successfully broke complex German military codes, turned their attention to the Voynich Manuscript. They tried, and they failed. Then we move into the modern day. We threw our most advanced artificial intelligence and our most powerful supercomputers right at it. We fed the data into machines capable of processing millions of calculations a second. And the result? No way around it, the supercomputers failed just like the humans did. To really grasp the ultimate frustration of the world's greatest cryptographers, consider this. Even the minds that cracked WW2 codes and modern supercomputers have failed to read a single word. Let that sink in. Not a paragraph, not a sentence, not a single word. The formidable, incredibly robust, and seemingly unbreakable nature of this manuscript is, well, it's almost terrifying. It stands as an absolute fortress against every single tool of decryption humanity has ever invented. Part 4, Theories Behind the Mystery. Since we can't read the book, all we can really do is hypothesize, so we're left weighing two radically different extremes against each other. On one side, we have a very grounded historical theory. Some experts believe this is the secret diary of a brilliant medieval scientist. You know, in an era where the church and strict authorities controlled all knowledge, this scientist may have invented their own unbreakable language just to safely hide their revolutionary, maybe even heretical discoveries from the world. But then we look at the other extreme, where things get truly extraordinary. Because of the utterly alien plants, the strange star maps, and the unbreakable language, some folks deeply believe this was not written by humans at all. They argue it's an extraterrestrial diary, an actual artifact left behind by visiting aliens, documenting our world or perhaps their own. So we've got two extremes here, a grounded human genius hiding in the shadows or an extraordinary visit from the stars. Part 5, The Unsolved Mystery. Just think about everything humanity has achieved in the last 600 years. We split the atom, we went to the moon, we literally connected the globe with the internet. And yet, this small stack of pages has not given up a single secret. Today, the physical journey of the Voynich Manuscript has reached a highly secure resting place, Yale University's famous Voynich Library. It just sits there, carefully preserved under glass, totally safe from the elements and the ravages of time. The physical book is finally secure. But its meaning, the voice of its author, and the actual purpose of those strange drawings, they remain entirely locked away, floating just out of our collective reach. Which brings us to the ultimate question, and honestly, I want to turn this mystery over to you. Look at the evidence we've explored today. What do your instincts tell you? Are we looking at a priceless scientific secret just waiting for the right mind to come along and unlock it? Or are we staring at the most elaborate, brilliant, historical hoax ever pulled on humanity? I really want to hear your theories, so make sure you drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed diving into this puzzle with me, be sure to like this explainer and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next deep dive into the unknown. Until next time, keep questioning the world around you. Thanks for watching!